To better prepare students for technical education and careers, Tech-Explorer reinforces math skills while students build catapults. The goal is to increase students' motivation to learn math and to introduce careers in design, engineering, and production.
What I would tell students that are interested in getting into a technical vocation is they at least need to look at it. I think students today just aren't aware of the opportunities, but manufacturing is one of the highest paid industries in the state and the country.
To better prepare students for technical education and careers, Tech-Explorer reinforces math skills by making math exciting, relevant, and interesting.
I find in my classes when we take a math concept and then kind of break it down and show them how it's applied, and then they actually get to use hands-on experiences to make something come together. A lot of times we get that aha moment of, oh, that's why we learn this in that math class, and that's why we apply things a certain way. And oh my, tell me more.
What I really enjoyed about this experience was that I was actually physically engaged in this project, and it has always been theoretically on paper, all of these problems we would do in our head, and personally, I'm a kinetic learner, and it's better for me to actually be doing the activity.
Weaving in the math component was really critical. And I have students that are pre-algebra all the way up to calculus and beyond. All of them, I believe, took away something of value. They started to see, hey, math really is applied in the real world with the different applications, with the parabolic curve and what have you. So I was willing to give a little more time because it's learning, and that's really what I think the high school environment should be about.
Putting the equations with the catapult really helped it so that we could understand really more of the trajectory and really what was going on when we actually shot the catapults.
I have never used mills or any of this kind of equipment before, and so it was really lovely to see and actually do all of the activities that you wouldn't particularly do in just a regular class.
For the students to understand simple math principles of conversions from decimals to fractions, or laying something out on a board or a piece of metal is very important.
First started out in here when we were doing the converting, I didn't really understand and grasp it completely, and then once we started applying it to the measurements of the materials we were using, it really helped applying all those, and I understand it a lot more now.
Today we dealt with 3 different classes. One of them was a basic shops class, another one was a technical drawing, mechanical drawing class, and the last one was a college preparation class. The first class, the math was a little bit beyond them. We had to take them through the math. Such a class needs a lot of hands-on, so we went back and forth from outside where we tested the math principles, back to inside, do a little bit more, back outside to test a new principle. In the middle level, they did have much of the math concepts already down, so we greatly reduced that amount as far as the presentation went. We went ahead and allowed them to utilize the calculators in order to do the math themselves with a little bit of assistance. Went outside a couple of times to test the principles. On the most senior class that we had, the college prep class, we simply allowed them to go outside first, to get some figures, and then to come in and apply those figures directly to mathematics that they had already learned, then go back outside and maximize a distance, height, whatever they chose to do, and test that outside to verify their principle. You have to match the class in order to maximize the educational experience.
Math does make more sense to me now that after we've done this. It was really fun, and I get a lot more now. I grasp it.
I enjoyed doing the project a lot. I thought it was a ton of fun to get to see ourselves making something and learning something at the same time.
I wasn't aware of how the parabola played a role in things like bridges and other types of design aspects like surfboards and snowboards and things too. That was kind of interesting.
As you look at the plans or the drawing, and the students have to do some conversion, and they have to think, and they have to use different sides of scale and lay things out, and be thinking about how this really works and applies to some of the principles that we talked about. And you can see the joy in students' faces when they finish something. And it encourages them to move on and try it again and do more.
Tech-Explorer integrates math lessons into an exciting, hands-on experience that simulates the production environment. Over 1,000 students have participated. 68% of those surveyed said they'd consider taking a class in automated manufacturing technology, and 55% would consider a career in design, fabrication, engineering, and manufacturing. To engage your students with the thrill of making something, teach applied math, and encourage science, technology, engineering, and math careers, go to techexplorer.com.